Alrighty, guys, welcome back. This is your host, ID Jester. Fall Classic Baseball. I've been doing this game on my channel for years and years and years and years. It's been a long time. I don't play it that often, but I had played 1992 Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates. I played a bunch of games with that. I played the 2016 Cleveland Indians. I played a whole bunch of just miscellaneous random games. I played a lot of Fall Classic on my channel, but I just kind of, I don't know, fell out of love, but just kind of fell out of playing the game for a while. But recently, Baseball Demos started doing it on his channel, and I was like, just helping him out with a few of the rules and trying to get him motivated to play and blah, blah, blah. And it really reinvigorated my passion for this game, especially with all the recent troubles I had with Appa Master, Appa Basic, Appa Master. It's a whole nother story, which we're not going to get into right now. It's just like this one here, Fall Classic, kind of fills a great little niche. It's complex and dedicated, but it also plays very smooth. I've been talking about this game for years and years, and like I said, kind of just fell out of love because I was the only one playing it for the longest time. Go Fish, how you doing? Good to see you. Listening while driving. Well, drive safe, my friend. Drive safe. We want you to come back home. So anyways, it's not that I fell out of love. It's just I got kind of bored doing it myself. You never see anybody else playing it. It was kind of just, okay, well, maybe I'm reading something too much into this game. Maybe it's not as good as it was. At one point, it was my number one baseball sim of all time. I think that was the 2020 baseball preview show. I think it was my number one of all time, and I was really in love with this game. I think it plays great. The defensive sheets, oh my God, let's be honest. The defensive sheets are God's creation to sports sims. Save you so much time and effort. I wish every game did something like that. If they don't, I actually think I think there's a problem with the game if they can't come up with defensive sheets to help your players play your game easier. So anyways, just I guess needed some time away, but now that Baseball Demos has picked it up and started playing it on his channel, I was watching his videos. I'm actually having a chat with him offline tonight at 7:30 because he wants to go over some of the rules and some of the things that I do on my channel, and just get some more information about Fall Classic. I sent him a big long email talking about a few things I noticed that he was doing that I feel is inaccurate. Now, I keep saying that, but here's the thing. Fall Classic, for me, is one of these games that is the only thing that kind of knocks it down a peg or two. The only thing is the fact that they give you options over options over options. Like there's a built-in steal system, or there's a solo steal system, or there's this steal system. I mean, it gives you like 5 different ways to do steals, which is great for the players. It's just hard to help people play the game because they're doing things that you don't play that way. So I guess that's kind of the one, I guess it's not even a negative, just kind of the one minor gripe I have with this game is I would have liked it to be more, here's how we're doing steals, and if you don't like it, go play something else. It's not like that. It's like, hey, here's how we like to do steals, but if you want to do it this way, or if you want to do it this way, there's like 4 or 5 ways to do everything. You can play with the fast action cards, you can use the charts, you can use a combination of the charts and the fast action deck. I mean, it just gives players lots of options, which again, don't get me wrong, is great, because it allows you to play the game you want to play it. If you want to play it with fast action cards, you can play. If you want to play with charts, you can play with charts. There's lots of different ways to play it. So that's one of the best things about the game. So don't get me wrong. It is that good. But I guess the rule booklet is isn't specific in how you should be doing things and is kind of willy-nilly thrown up in the air. Do it this way, do it that way. So there's always been this ongoing debate about some of the rules. And now that with Greg Sylvan's passing, that's kind of gone into history, and we have to make up our own, interpretation of the rules and whether they're right or not. That's to be debated for all time, I guess. I also, there's a couple of the systems that I'm just not a super huge fan of. I don't like the bunting system. I think that's kind of a cheeky way to do bunting, and I am also not a big fan of the. I like the built-in solo system. I love the built-in solo system. I'm just not a big fan of the solo system that he created in the game with the player ratings and stuff. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. We're going to be playing Tampa Bay. We're going to be playing the 2021 season in Fall Classic. And, I'm hoping to do like a full season replay for this one. This is going to be, it might even replace my APA replay I was going to do because I'm just having so many problems with that right now and deciding. I went out and spent a lot of money on the master cards, and I'm not using any of the master cards and the master symbols. And do I want to go through the effort of trying to do that? So Tebow contacted me about helping me work through that. So I might see if I can get him to do that and, see if he can help me get quicker with the master game. And we'll go from there when that happens. What's going on, Hissy Cat? Alex M., what is going on? Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the bunting. Just not a big fan of it. I don't like this D6, roll a D6, roll a D6 again. Anyways, you're using a 20-sider. I think they should have used a 20-sider along with the D6 or something. I don't know. Anywho, I'm just shuffling up the fast action cards as we get ready to play opening day, which is kind of weird. Opening day, you have the Rays going up against the Fish, the Florida Marlins, right? So you got the Rays going up against the Marlins, which is weird because this is April 1st. You would think that they would have tried to have some of the northern teams come down and play the Florida teams because it's probably cold up there in Boston and New York in April 1st. So, but anyways, Tampa Bay goes to Miami, first game of the season. Crazy, I know. And this is a really good Tampa Bay team. They've been really good for several years leading up to this. And I think it was 2020 they were in the World Series, so a lot of hype going into 2021. And of course they win 100 games, and I affectionately call them America's team because I want America to realize they should be America's teams, not because of what they do, it's because what they do with what they have. Like, literally, I played a game from Tampa, whatever game it was, maybe it was APA the other day, and I looked up the attendance, and it was 3,021 were in attendance for that game. So it's like, wow. So when people realize, like, oh, they got to won 100 games, they're going up against teams like the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees, who have a payroll of somewhere in the neighborhood of like 450 to 480 to $690 million in their payroll. And then you have this little Tampa Bay team who's got like 10 million wrapped up in payroll. So that's why they should be America's team, because America's all about rooting for the underdog, rooting for the no-name guy, rooting for the team that nobody else wants to have. Everyone loves the little shaggy dog that's sitting on the side of the road, right? Everyone rooting for that dog. So that's why Tampa Bay should be America's team. Let's get to a game now, shall we? I think we shall. Have I tried David. I have got Fall Classic. I go back on my channel and just after you watch this video, go up to your little search bar in YouTube and type in ID Jester Fall Classic, and you're gonna get like 60 games, possibly even more. I was the one that kind of introduced this to people years and years and years ago, and nobody gave two shits about it. Nobody cared. Nobody watched the videos. Nobody did anything. But I did. Used the Excel. I showed off the defensive sheets. Nobody cares. But yeah, and I say this with all due respect to all gaming systems out there and all players out there. The best $5 in sports sims is if you buy Fall Classic, spend the $5 to get the Excel files. You will be happy you did. Trust me, you will be happy you did. Best $5 in sports sims. Go buy the Excel helper file when you buy your Fall Classic seasons. Trust me, it'll be worth it. It's awesome. It's one of the best ways to play the game. I play that way all the time. And it definitely, if you're a streamer and you want your players to see the cards and see what's on the screen, the Excel helper files are a great way. Because, players, even though I got a decent setup here, you can see this, pretty decent setup. I got cameras and microphones and everything sticking in my face just so you guys can kind of see the cards. Now, can you imagine if, I had the Excel file right there on the screen and you'd be able to actually see the numbers and see the results and the players? I mean, it makes it look a lot better if you're a streamer out there. I'm just saying. Helper is great, says Alex. Yeah, go back and check out my videos. Go watch a few of them. Say thanks. All right, I appreciate the questions, though. I get a little spicy about this because, I've been doing this for 10, 12 years on YouTube, and I just got a little tiny channel. I know that. But us sports simmers, or us let's start again. Us YouTubers that are just little channels, we just have a few people following us and, a few people that like our videos once in a while. And we don't do it for the money like some of the other people. We don't try to spam subscribers and everything. We just do it because we like to do it, right? And that's me. That's what I've been doing this for 10, 12 years. I've got over 5,300 videos, somewhere around 5,300 different videos on my channel. So I've been doing it a long time. I put out several videos usually every day on average. And so when I introduced people to Fall Classic and talked about Fall Classic, and nobody gave two craps about it. Nobody was watching the videos. Nobody was posting comments. Hey, this is pretty neat. I like this game. It looks interesting, blah, blah, blah. And I did the same thing with Payoff Pitch, who were my number 1 and number 2 games when I did my baseball review show back in 2019. It was my number 1 and number 2 games of all time. And still, nobody cares. Everybody wanted to see Stratomatic and Appa and, all the regular, the regular videos. They could care less about Fall Classic, never heard of. And people still to this day come to the channel, never heard of Fall Classic. I bet there's 4 or 5 watching right now that are like, oh, Fall Classic, I wonder what that is. I've been doing this game for 6 years on my channel. Go back. I'm going to have to stop the video and show this because, yes, I'm a little saucy about this. All right, shall we look? Let's just bring up the old Google and go to, and we'll type in ID Jester Fall Classic. Let's see. Oh, look, somebody's live right now. Streamed 4 years ago, streamed 1 year ago, streamed 8 months ago, streamed 4 years ago. There's the Excel files. You can see them right there in action, right there. I got a 1992 Pittsburgh Pirates replay. I had 23. I had up to, I think we included 48, 49, 50. We're in the high 40s, low 50s games in Fall Classic with this. We also were doing the Cleveland Indians from 2016 replay, and we were somewhere in the 60 to 70 to 80 range and that. So, I mean, calculate all those games up. You know, that's Cleveland was up to, like, we'll just say 60. Pittsburgh was up to, say, 40. That's 100 Fall Classic games, plus all the miscellaneous ones. Here is Fall Classic replay setting up a division selection show that I did from a year ago, where I was going to go and play Fall Classic and set up my own divisions and everything with the game. Let's move on. What else do we have here? Oh, here's Kurt Berglund. He started doing it. Now, yeah, as soon as Kurt Berglund started doing it, then everyone was like, Fall Classic. Huh, that's interesting. Maybe I should go check this game out. Here's Pittsburgh Pirates. 4 years ago I started that project. Nobody give two shits. Nobody, look, let's go in. This is game 1, the first game of the series, right? From 4 years ago, I got no comments, zero, count them, 0 comments. 262 views in 4 years. This video is only rendered 262 views. Let's go check out Baseball Demos, who just played this game, just started playing this game the other day. Let's go. Baseball Demos. Boom. He just started playing this. His first 2 games are on his channel today and yesterday. 4 days ago. 4 days ago, he's got 309 views. 309 views. Compare that to my game. My video that came out 4 years ago has got 262 views. So I have 40 less views in 4 years, and he's got 4 days. He's got more views than I have on all my game, on all of the video I did for Fall Classic back then. And no wonder people say, "Oh, what's Fall Classic? Never heard of it." Well, and now all of a sudden Baseball Demos is doing it, and Kirk Berglund's doing it. Now all of a sudden people give two shits. So yes, I'm very spicy about this. I am. I will fully admit it. But you can see why I'm a little spicy, because I've had these games on my channel for 4 years and nobody's bothered to come watch them. Nobody's bothered to post comments. Nobody said, "Hey, that's pretty cool." It's game 1. It's not like it's game 57 and it's in the middle of the season and nobody cares about it. It's game 1. It's the first game of a series. You think, "Oh, this looks interesting. Let me check this out." Yeah, nobody cares. It's just your merch. There you go. Sports Time Machine. We're all little channels. And my point is, we should try to support one another. We should try. I mean, when I go watch everyone else's videos, I'm always commenting and posting. I mean, you think I'm full of shit, right? You think I'm full of shit. Let's go look. Like, if we go look at the games that we were just talking about, right? Let's go to Baseball Demos. Look, I got 2 posts right there in his videos. And you can see I've liked his video right there. I'm one of the people that went and supported him. And you think some of the people would have went and supported me, but I don't know. It's just weird that it doesn't work out that way. Like some people, they just come watch and they don't care and they don't bother to click the like button and whatever. But I would expect some people to do that. But I can't expect that, because if you go back to my video and look, right, from 4 years ago, game 1, where is it? Game 1 from the 1992 Pittsburgh Pirates. I have a total of 10 people. No, that's not game 1. Hang on, because that has more views. That's game 16. Sorry. Game one. Where was game one? Let's go back to game one. I think it was down here somewhere, wasn't it? Game one. Fall Classic Baseball, 1992. Pittsburgh Pirates, game one versus Montreal. Martinez versus Drabek. Two great pitchers. 262 views. I have a total, yes right, a whopping total of 7 people that have liked this video in 4 years. I don't know what the, if we divide 7 into 262, what my percentage is of people saying, yes, I like this. I don't know if it's because I was using the Excel helpers or if there was another reason for that. Extra spicy tonight. You got it. Extra spicy. So 7 people decided to come and like this video in 4 years. And there are only 262 people. But like I said, Baseball Demos just debuted this on his channel. First time ever played it. And he's got 25 likes, which is 7, 14, 21, 28. Almost 4 times as many as me. And he's got 304 views. So obviously people enjoy Baseball Demos stuff a lot more than me. I guess I should just shut up and do more Baseball Demos stuff. All right, let's go. Fall Classic. There's your starting lineups, which I spend extra time getting ready for you guys. Even though nobody cares about my videos. I know you're sick of hearing me say that, but I'm going to keep saying it anyways. I don't care. Extra spicy tonight. That's right. You got it, my friends. I am on a roll tonight. Whew. All right, here we go. Starting lineups. Here, let me make it nice and big so you can see the starting lineups. We got Yoshi Chitsugo at first base, Austin Meadows in left field, Randy Arozarena in right field, Brandon Lau at second base, Yanni Diaz at third base, Kevin Kiermaier in center field, Willie Adames at shortstop, Mike Zunino is the catcher, and pitching today, the right-hander, Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow. For the Marlins, the home team, we're in Miami. Did I mention we're in Miami? That's why RJL is all excited. He lives in Miami, or near Miami. So that's why he's rooting for the Fish. And I like the Fish. I really do. One of my favorite teams of all time. I swear to God, one of my favorite teams of all time is the 2015 Miami Marlins. They had an awesome team. I love that team. They had Giancarlo Stanton. They had Ozuna. They had Yelich. They had... the pitcher that got killed in the boating accident, Martinez. They had a lot of really good players, and I wish that would have kept that team together, man. That team could have made a couple World Series runs. Anyways, the Marlins, Corey Dickerson in left field, starring Marte in center field, Jesus Aguilar's at first base, Adam Duvall's in right field, Brian Anderson's the third baseman. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is at second base. Jorge Alfaro is the catcher. Miguel Rojas is the shortstop. And Sandy Alcantara is your starting pitcher. Both are right-handed pitchers today. We will minimize that back to our starting grid there. Somewhere around there. That's fine. All right. Yeah, you get to come for some Fall Classic Baseball, and you get to stay for a little rant as well. Jose Fernandez, there you go. God rest his soul. A great pitcher. Unfortunate accident there. Got killed in a boating accident. I think it was 2017 or 2018. But anyways, great guy. Really good for the team. And yeah, it was an unfortunate situation. All right, so here's one house rule. I don't house rule many things because I don't need to, but one house rule I do use in Fall Classic, which I think is really cool, is obviously they have this nice mechanic here in Fall Classic where you roll to see what kind of day the pitcher is going to have, either a good day, an average day, or a bad day. And you can see it's just a 1 to 6, 7 to 14, 15 to 20. Roll a 20-sided dice and just see if you're having a good day, an average day, or a bad day. What I like to do is give the home team a slight 1-point advantage. So whenever I do my rolls here, I add +1 to the dice roll. And the visiting team, I do the exact opposite. I give them a -1 to their dice rolls. No, I said that exactly wrong. The home team, I give a -1 too, right. So I give the home team a -1, so they get a better chance of having a good outing and a less chance of having a bad outing. You're at home. You're used to the park. You're getting to sleep in your own bed. You don't have to travel. You don't have to sleep in a hotel. You're used to the food. You're used to the location. The wife is there, whatever. So I give, whatever I roll for the home team, I always give them a -1. And for the visitors, I always give them a +1 because they're traveling. They have, travel days. They have to accustom themselves to a new location, a new town, and all the rigors of all that stuff you have to deal with. So +1 on the visiting, -1 on the home team. All right, the other thing I like to do is mark down what kind of day they're having because I'm not smart enough to remember this off the top of my head. I have to try to remember, and I can't use my brain to remember, so I'm going to see what kind of day. So, again, home team, Sandy Alcantara. Sandy, let's see, -1 on the dice roll. Oh, wow, it didn't matter. See, it didn't matter. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. He's still having a bad outing. Too bad for him. Tyler Glass now, +1 to the dice roll. And what did I just get done telling you about how, but this is why you just give it a +1 and a -1 because it might not matter. And in this case, Tyler Glass now, the traveling team, has got a way better day than the team that's at home. This guy, unfortunately, was at home listening to his wife nag and bitch about all the kids having bad grades in school and all that stuff. So he comes to the ballpark in not a great mood because his wife is like, I don't care if it's opening day. You need to discipline Johnny. He was very bad on the bus on the ride home from school today. He put gum in a girl's hair. Blah, 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 blah. And you can imagine why. He's going to have a bad day, and it's all because of his wife. Here we go. Yoshitsutsugo. And away we go. It's a 26. We got a lefty-righty right off the bat. He is a right-hander. He is going to get himself a single because he likes to mingle. And that is a base hit by Tsutsugo. I'm going to be using the built-in system for steals until we get to at least the 8th inning. Once the 8th inning and the 9th inning roll around, then I usually call my own. But until that point, we might as well just let the game play out the way the game plays out. Runner first now, and Austin Meadows is up at the plate. Here we go. It's a 44 in the Rays. Holy crap. It's going to be a single. What kind of hit is it going to be? A single. And it's going to be runner going from first to third is going to hold at second. So Tsutsugo stops at second on the single. And that's base hits for the Rays. And the first two men are up. And now we got Randy Arozarena. I can't believe the Cardinals let this guy go. Think of how many World Series the Cardinals would have already had if they would have kept him. Holy cow. Randy Arozarena against Sandy Alcantara. 36 is blank. 36 is an out. Runners at first and second. What kind of out is it? Fly ball to right. Fly ball to right. We got a runner at second. He is going to hold, so it's just a fly ball to right. No other adjustments on that. Randy Arozarena. And now it's Brandon Lowe. Or Brandon Lowe. I forget how they pronounced it. They had one guy that was Lau and one guy that's Lowe, so I'm just going to call him Brandon Lowe. I could be wrong. Somebody can correct me. Maybe RJL might know. He's probably watched some Rays games in his day. And it's a 51. We're going to the KD check. The KD check is going to be shortstop error check. That is Miguel Rojas. And here, my friends, and I'm going to switch over to the main screen, is one of the best reasons for Fall Classic. If you don't know about it, you should check it out. But these are your defensive sheets that come free with the game. And what it does is it gives you all the information about all the players on the team. I will show you once I actually find the teams we are looking for. We are looking for the Tampa Bay Rays. Hopefully I printed them out. It would be kind of a bummer if I didn't. Texas, no. Tampa Bay, here we go. Tampa Bay Rays, here we go. And we got to go to the National League because the Marlins are in the National League. And find the Miami Marlins. Lovely. Defensive sheets are your friends. I've actually started doing these defensive sheets for almost every baseball sim that I play, especially if I'm going to dedicate a whole season to it. You can see it takes all the players and gives you all their stats and ratings and everything. So whenever you have a play that says, hey, I need to check so-and-so's range, or I need to check so-and-so's error check, error range, or whatever, all you have to do is look at your two little sheets that you have on your table, which I will flip back to our regular screen. What do we got here? We got a shortstop is Miguel Rojas. So we just go to Miguel Rojas and we look. Oh, first thing, before we even do this, hang on a second. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, my friend. First thing we always do is we check. Whatever you do at 51, 52, or 53 check, before you check for this, you have to see if it's an KD number. You're going to check Sandy Alcantara. He's got a KD number of 1 to 4. So you look to see, is that a 1 to 4? No, it's not a 1 to 4. It's not a 1 to 4. So it's not a strikeout. So we will be checking the shortstop to see if he creates an error. So we're going to re-roll the dice and see his shortstop, which is going to be, that's not the right team, Jester. You got to get the right team. You're never going to find him on that team. Miguel Rojas, error is a 3. You notice that? It is a 3. So we're going to find out. We're going to roll the dice again and see if we roll 1, 2, or 3. He didn't do very good, did he? No, he didn't. All right. That's a 14, so it's a fine play. Now, what kind of play is it, you might ask? Here's the way I do this. Here's the way I do it. And again, because the way Fall Classic is designed, it doesn't give you a lot of detailed information in there, especially like how you handle certain situations. This is actually in the rule book where you use even and odd. Like if it's even, it's a single out. If it's an odd, it's a double play. But I can't remember if it's even or out or blah, blah, blah. But here's my thought on this situation. You can play it any way you want. My thought is if I'm doing an error check or a range check, that means it is something. If it's a range check, the guy had to run to try and get to the spot. He's not going to be in a great position to make a double play or make a great play or anything like that. He's got to run. And even if he makes a good range play, he's still got to hustle to get to the spot and then turn and throw and all that. So the way I play this is anytime it's a range play or an error check. Again, the error check means he's dropped it or he didn't handle it smooth. It bounced out of his glove. And he has to dive over, pick it up off the ground. He's not going to have time to throw a double play. So I never put double plays. What I usually do is throw it to first, or in this case, if there's already a guy in first, get the fielder's choice out at second. That's the way I play it, and you play it any way you want. I'm just telling you what I do. So in this case, it's going to be a 6-4, but out as Rojas makes a good play. But that's going to move the runner up, and now it's Yanni Diaz. Yanni, oh my God. Some of these Rays are so good and they're so fun. I know you guys, I do live down here, And to be honest, like when I lived up north, I could give two shits about the Tampa Bay Rays. But ever since I moved down here and got to watch them on TV, and you hear about these guys, and you see, you know, on the news, the going to the hospital and shaking hands with all the cancer kids and everything. Yeah, you start to fall in love with these guys. They're really good. I mean, all the baseball guys are really good. Yanni Diaz. Here we go. Runner at third, 2 away. 13. Yanni Diaz, 13. It'll be an out. And that's going to be a fly ball to left, and that's going to do it. So, what do you guys think? That was a half an inning, and yes, I am not going very fast, even though I'm going to have dinner, probably. Oh, in fact, I just said that, and you probably heard it in the background. My wife just said dinner, which means it's going to be dinner time, unfortunately. That's a bummer. Should we play? Can we get into another half inning? We could if we wanted to, because, I mean, you go so fast, right? But then if we don't, because she comes barreling through the door like, I called for dinner, where are you? I don't want her to freak out. You know why Sandy Encanta is not having a good day. It's because of situations like that, the wife coming through the door. Anyways, so we'll pick this up with part 2 later. Next time we won't have such a long intro. And, hopefully we'll see you then. I've got something to I'm actually meeting with, again, Baseball Demos offline. You guys won't see it, but we're going to talk about some Fall Classic stuff, go over some of the rules, answer some of his questions, make sure we're on the same page. Again, you can play any way you want. It is an open system. So you can, I mean, the rules are there, but you can kind of read the rules any way you want to interpret it however you want. Play it however you want, whatever makes sense to you. For me, if a guy's got to make a range play or an error play, it's not a ball that's hit right to him and he's going to be able to turn a double play. So that's just the way I play it. You play it any way you want. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for part 2 of America's Team 2021 Tampa Bay Rays. See you guys then. Take care. Until then, we'll see you all.